All right, all right, all right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You got Vanguard here and absentee. Let's see. Oh shit! Oh, y'all, I was in the wrong chat. That would have been awkward.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, yeah. Demon, Saxman, and Cat so far. We're gonna give it just a minute. I know I still haven't got my notification that I'm going live myself, so it's a little weird sometimes. But we'll give it a minute. So the caption here is "Step forward for the truth." So I'm gonna try not to get kicked off for misinformation, but I think if I say "in my own opinion" in front of everything, then it's not misinformation. So we're gonna see how that works. I doubt it works.
Can we say according to CNN?
Wow. We'll definitely get kicked off then because I know that's a damn lie. So, oh man. Oh yeah, they piling in here. All right, I got my notification now, so people should start rolling in. Hopefully. I could go full PC and say my truth. Yeah. Yeah. The truths with an F.
Truth.
Truth.
My truth.
What's up there, Bob? And we got DC Soya. Welcome to the house. We'll get fired up here in a minute, y'all. We just gonna give everybody time to get in here. So while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and get the intros out of the way. So as y'all have noticed, I've added the email to the roll on right there. If anybody's got some information they'd like us to talk about on here or get in contact with me, whatever the case may be, you can email me at vanguard1776 2.0 at gmail.com. Also, you can go on the website at www.evolutionvanguard1776.com. So, y'all make sure you hit that like on your way in, subscribe, hit the bell. Every time that bell rings, a liberal tear hits the ground. So, y'all make sure y'all click that. Hey, what's up, Reaper? Y'all can donate to the Cash App if you wish. It is not a necessity to come on here and watch us act like we know what we're talking about. So, y'all, by all means, you can do that. Oh, God, Saxman's got the email now. Here we go. Saxman, you already got the email, man. What are you talking about? You crazy. So, anyway, we're going to talk about a whole array of things tonight. We'll probably hit on everything. Fuel, that's a hot topic right now, or lack thereof. And then we'll also talk about what's going on in the Ukraine, maybe some propaganda situation be going on. Well, I talked about this. T's talked about this. We've covered it on here quite a bit. Seems that there may be some truth coming out that's backing what we were talking about. So I just kind of find it very, very funny that we got ahead of that curve, and now information's coming out that we may have gotten kicked off of YouTube for. So ain't that a bitch? But y'all know about conspiracy theories. It's only a theory.
If it can't prove it's true.
That's right. That's right. So there's a lot of them. I know Reaper came on here last week and talked about some NWO stuff that was very, very intuitive. And I did go in there and look at a bunch of stuff. Just to give y'all a little kick, if any of y'all are into cyberkinetics and stuff like that, you can go look up a couple things that'll give you something to look for. It's called, I don't know if I can put this out, but fuck it. Fancy Bear. You can go look up Fancy Bear or Sandworm. Check them out. I'm not going to talk about them. Just go look for yourself. That'll give you some weird information. It'll kind of open your eyes to a little bit. Absolutely, Reaper. Absolutely. Yesterday's misinformation is today's facts. That seems to be a reoccurring event here lately. But it does happen. And, like I always say, every story that starts come from a truth of some sort, right? Something had to spark it. And it's just like any situation. If I tell one of you guys something, you tell somebody, they tell somebody. By the time it gets back to me, it's all discombobulated. So it just happens. It happens. Yeah.
That's pretty spot on, Demon.
Yeah. 90-day probationary period. Well, you kind of have to wait until the left stumble across it on their Twitter page.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So one thing I did want to put out there again, Thursday's open mic night. If any of y'all want to come on, anybody in the chat, you're more than welcome to come on here anytime.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy.
We don't bite. We have a good time.
I mean, if we can pull this off, anybody can. I promise you. I definitely do not hold myself at an intellectual higher standard. So, but I must warn you, if you pull the pin on a grenade and throw it in here, we will run down a rabbit hole. I'm going to go ahead and tell
you. We love rabbit holes.
GPS couldn't get us on the right course. I promise you. So anyway, we're going to talk about several things. I think we've got a pretty good bit of showing in here right now. So we'll go ahead and get started a little bit. So this may upset some people, may not. Whatever. So if you're not wanting to hear opinions or stuff that's based off of truth, then you might not want to be here. So here we go. So a lot of people, and I've seen this, mainstream media is not going to cover it. A lot of people's not going to cover it, but I'm going to bring y'all back to the Ukrainian situation. And as I stated before, I am not advocating for Putin and I am not advocating for Zelensky at all. Okay. I just happen to believe that there's a lot of information that is inaccurate. A lot. All right. And as you know, as civilians, we are usually the last ones to receive any information. And if we do receive it, it's not going to be the whole truth. And that happens on a regular basis. So I've seen a statement on there where our commander in chief, claiming that the Ukraine was a democracy and stuff like that. And I had a small talk with T about this earlier. Make no mistake, okay? The Ukraine and Russia are neither democratic, okay? They do not have any democracy whatsoever. Why do you say that? So, if a president or somebody runs for presidency and then the other person loses, does that warrant them being put in prison and all of their heads?
Nope. That sounds like a dictatorship to me.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Guess what? Guess where that happened at? Ukraine. Guess where else that happened at? Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody that attempts to run against any of those will wind up, dirt coming up on, and getting locked up, whatever the case may be. So I seen a video, and I'm not taking away from anybody else. A lot of y'all probably watch Black Scout Survival and stuff like that. I'll give him a shout out. Great channel. I watch it all the time. Maybe he'll eventually stroll across this train wreck. But anyway, so I watched a video on him, and he was discussing how powers that be are put into place preemptively, right? Yep. So I happen to agree with that definitely in the Zelensky situation. There was definitely some outside influence. I'm not going to say who it was from, but you can kind of guess. All I will say is America does have a lot of ties with situations that could smear mud on our face. And that's about as nice as I could put it. So, people that, and I understand Ukraine is fighting a fight that nobody really wants to fight. Now, is all of it absolutely correct or being disseminated the way it should be? No, I don't think so. Now, is there a fight? Sure. Is it how it's being portrayed? No. Okay. We've seen some pretty misleading photos and stuff like that. I had a YouTube video taken down off of here a couple weeks ago, which y'all know about that. I think it may have been to me being a little overzealous on recognizing a video and playing it on here, and it may have been inaccurate. Here's the thing. When you're playing night vision videos, they're very easy to simulate. Very easy. And y'all know with the technology we have nowadays, basically you can take a game, right, that you play on your computer, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever it is, and it looks real, especially if you distort the video just a little bit, right? It'll look absolutely real. So I definitely think that there's a lot of false propaganda coming out. There's some news reports on that. So y'all check it out. I don't really want to go into detail on it, but I will lead y'all in the path that you can gather knowledge. And that's what the goal is. So let's see what we got here. Someone wins the vote with over 70%. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We've kind of experienced that firsthand.
Can't believe you voted for that bastard, T.
I wouldn't vote for that sumbitch if I was held at gunpoint with a grenade stuck up my ass.
I'd rather teabag a butter bowl of fiddler crabs.
There you go. Exactly.
Man. This shit's a damn joke. All right, now we're going to move on to fuel prices. Jeez, where does it end? So today, and this is not my opinion, okay, this was actually put out in the news today that the sanctions actually got implemented for oil and gas to cease from Russia. Okay, now keep in mind that we'll take 45 days in order for all the previous purchases and current purchases to be alleviated. So what that means is stuff that's coming already is going to get here. Right? They're not going to turn the boats down.
Right.
So the thing is, I seen it on the news earlier. This was my local news talking about price gouging and stuff like that. There's gas stations that as soon as this started, before they even had to pay extra for their fuel, they already jacked their prices up, right? So we're talking some places went up 70 cents overnight, right? Here's the deal. They should not be able to do that until they receive their next supply of fuel. But that's not the case. So another thing that I've seen today is I think Biden's planning on going to Texas to talk about fuel supply. I think that's what I think. Okay. So Governor Abbott in Texas, and we're talking 2 months ago, before this even started with Ukraine, was saying that he had ways to be able to alleviate the situation of fuel shortages, right? Just needs a little bit of red tape moved out of the way and it would be fine. Then today you got old Circleback Psaki that said that there is no red tape holding them from doing it. Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? Something's holding it back. Do you think for 1 minute that an oil typhoon in Texas don't want to pump out oil. Let's see. I can go from being a millionaire to a billionaire in a year, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pretend like there's some red tape in the way. No, that's not what's happening. All right. Fuel here went from, I don't know, $3.29 in a week to $4.29. That's absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but if you're commuting 140 miles a day, there and back, and they said, I think on the average, an American uses 500 gallons of fuel a year. All right. So let's do a little bit of calculating. So you're looking at 500 gallons, right? That was at $3.29. We'll just say $3.29, right? So you're looking at $1,645, right? Now you take that same amount of fuel times $4.29. We'll just up at $1, right? So that's $21.45. All right, minus your $16.45. That's a $500 increase a year. People that have fixed incomes, you take that $500 and break it down into a 12-month period. That's a lot of money for somebody that's on fixed income, right?
Absolutely.
So at that point, they have to choose whether they want to eat Hot Pockets, right? Or maybe a good pork chop once a week, or to eat ramen noodles.
Yep.
I mean, that's just a fact. They have to decide, do they want to keep their phone bill, their cell phone going that they need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they want to cut off their satellite where they're getting our bullshit news from? I mean, they have to choose. And I mean, nobody wants to be in that situation. And that's the thing. Some people are making enough money that it really doesn't matter. But when you get to a smaller scale of people that are set on a fixed income where it's such a minimum amount can be catastrophic, that's who it's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm going to make it. I'll be fine, right? I'll find a way. T, I'm pretty sure you're the same situation. We'll find a way, right? But some people can't.
No.
Believe it or not, there are some people that cannot work, that actually have to be on welfare or assistance. It's hard to believe, but there are some people that have to be.
Now, notice the key word, some people have to be and cannot work, not
Correct.
that they don't work or they're just lazy.
Correct. And I'm putting emphasis on that. Right? So that's the people that I'm concerned about. Because as a conservative and a patriot of the United States, I try to worry about all aspects, right? People that are in the grand scheme of things higher on the financial status board than me, which is a lot of people, right? So those are not my concerns. What my concern is the people that do not have the means to be able to counteract to the situation. And that's the ones that we've got to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, and I may get kicked off of YouTube for this right here, but whatever. Biden and Kamala Harris don't give a shit about the middle and lower class.
Nope.
If you think that, you are absolutely insane. Just think about it. So, being we're talking about fuel, guess who has the number one oil reserve in the United States, T?
It's not Texas, is it? You tell me.
Well, let's change the question. Who has the number one reserve in the world? Can you put your foot on it?
Alaska?
Country.
United States.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's the question. Why are we buying from somebody else? Period.
Because these fucktards won't let us drill on MWAR or open up the pipeline.
There you go. So right now we're at a standstill. Rather than having mud on his face, he's trying to get fuel from Iran and Saudi Arabia, right? So why? So we're sanctioning a country, right? Russia, okay, because they're attacking the Ukraine. Okay, all right, I'm with you. But we're going to two other countries that 100% back the country that we just sanctioned.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great idea.
Yeah, they're not going to gouge our fuel prices.
No, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. But somebody also explained to me we never did put sanctions on fuel from Russia, right? Until today. Why in the hell was our fuel prices going up?
Yeah, exactly. Because they could do it and nothing would happen. They knew they could gouge them. This is what the oil industry's done to us as long as I can remember.
All right. So we're talking about fuel, and it leads into this,
Yep.
right? So, what's one of the number one things that everybody always, if you're at the absolute lowest point, bread and water is your supply, right? You with me? That's supposed to be the cheapest thing you can go and get, bread and water. So, you brought this up. Ukraine is what, number one in wheat distribution?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what went up 68% today?
Wheat.
Yep.
Well, let's think how many products use wheat. I know we got some people out there that graduated high school. Just think about that for a minute.
Let it
That's
sink
a lot
in.
of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wheat and wheat byproducts. What does all that shit create?
Yeah. I'm talking to you too, leftists, Antifa. Some of those lotions you make so you can keyboard warrior shit and all that. It's made with wheat. It's a wheat byproduct. Just so you know that. Just want to throw that out there.
Facts.
Oh, and your Hot Pockets, that wrapper that's on there, guess what's made from?
Wheat.
You're gonna have to eat pepperoni from now on with a little salsa on it.
Yeah, your ass gonna have to, find a job. You can't be a social warrior anymore. You're gonna have to actually help mom buy all them damn groceries you've been sucking dry for the past 20 some odd years while you've been living in the fucking basement.
Oh shit.
Just saying.
Hey, well, truth hurts. Step forward for the truth. That's the name of the lie.
Well,
step away if you don't want it.
Going off what you just said, Vanguard, about the cost of everything going up because it's exponentially basically tied to the oil. Think about this, right now, at least in my area, it's a seller's market for a house. Everybody's selling their house, making a shit ton of money because for whatever reason, there's a bunch of people out there looking to buy in my area. But here's what you got to think about. Just like years ago, the market, the bubble burst, and that's what's about to happen because the cost of materials is going to outstretch the demand. And that whole bubble that's making everything so much more valuable is going to burst and all that's going to drop out. And what's going to happen is when these people can't hold a job because now materials cost too damn much or the ingredients to keep the pizza joint open or whatever the hell it is you do to earn money. Think all these fucking people driving Uber or Lyft or whatever the hell they're doing. Every one of them, their ass going to end up being unemployed because they're not going to be able to keep that up. And so what's going to happen? The housing market's going to drop out. You have all these people unemployed. People aren't going to be able to pay the damn bills. What does that mean? These damn houses that got damn $1,800 house notes, they're going to give them some bitches back to the bank and live in their car if they got to because they're not going to have any choice. They're not going to be able to afford food. All this stuff's going to mushroom. And it's basically going to destroy the middle class.
Right. But a lot of people are missing another point, and I've had this conversation with somebody today. In case everybody doesn't know, I talk to a lot of people. I may not seem like a talkative person, but I do it on information basis, right? Kind of more like a interrogation situation, but I'm just trying to pick people's minds. So with everything that Absentee just said, right? People losing their houses, can't afford to get gas to do Uber Eats or DoorDash, whatever the hell they call all of it. I've never used any of it. The criminal activity is what you got to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And some people don't live in a secluded area. And I don't want to call myself paranoid, but I made sure all my gas cans were put in a shop so people just can't see them and be tempted, right? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if y'all remember, but back, I think it was Obama. Yeah, it was Obama, definitely Obama. So I don't know if y'all remember the gas crisis and everything that was going on then, right? So you have people that were unemployed, they couldn't afford what gas they did have, right? And then you live in an area and you see these people that are driving around continuously, burning the roads up constantly, and you know they don't work.
Yep.
Everybody's got them in your neighborhood, don't lie. Okay, everybody's got them in their town. And you're sitting there watching them drive by thinking, how the hell are they getting gas? And then you go to AutoZone or something and you start buying locking gas caps, right? So,
yeah, I've done that.
I mean, it's going to happen. And the thing is, when gas prices go up, everything else is going to balloon. It's just going to be a bottleneck effect. Just like you said, people's going to lose their houses, right? The prices of stuff's going to go up. Y'all mark my word on it now. Y'all going to have to step down from your Sara Lee top shelf bread, right? You're going to have to start getting some damn Captain John dirt. Just say
that's some good shit right there. Don't knock Captain John.
A little secret for y'all, okay? Bread doesn't last long enough to mold in my house, so y'all find you a day old bread store and go hook yourselves up, okay? Get you some bear claws and some pecan wheels, all the good shit. Like $30, you can fill up the back of your truck.
Yes, sir.
So criminal activity is going to go up. That's going to happen. We've already got people stealing now, and it's only going to get worse. So y'all may remember this, and this was during the Obama administration as well. Y'all remember beef getting up, right? It got up like, I don't know if y'all follow the sales or whatever, but it got up to like over $4 a pound on the hoof, on the scales at the auctions. All right. People were buying cattle, and then the balloon popped. Right. So all these people that were buying cattle at $3.50, thinking they're getting a good deal, $3.50 on the pound, and then it scaled up to about $4.40, and then they were waiting on it to keep going higher. And then guess what? It's just like the stock markets, right? Eventually, it's got to go down. So a lot of these people hit the market at the wrong point. They bought high, and it actually wound up busting, and they had to sell. So I seen several farms, lose everything because they would put their farm up for a lien to buy cattle. I know it sounds crazy, but people do it a lot. And then guess what? For what let's say they bought $250,000 worth of cattle at $3.75, the market falls out, and then you get $1.25 per pound. That bank still wants their money. Okay, then the next thing you know, in 5 months, you've got an estate sale going on right down the road. Sad, but true.
Yes, sir.
I mean, right now, you can't buy chicken.
Nope. I can attest to that.
Okay. It's only going to get worse. Okay, we got the feather flu running around. So,
another bunch of fucking horse shit.
Hey.
Look, I'm just calling as we see it.
Well, if one propaganda runs out, you got to fire up another one, right?
Oh yeah, this crisis isn't doing exactly what we need to do, so let's create 4 others and see which one sticks. So, just my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like hot wings.
Oh yeah, I bought a sack of them some bitches today.
If I can't get hot wings, man, y'all ain't gonna want to talk to me, man. I'm gonna be pissed. So and I'm gonna say this without giving out too much information, but the area that I live in has two of the largest chicken providers. You know, canned chicken, whole chicken, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're close to me, right?
Right.
And I may reach out to them tomorrow and see what the situation is currently, because I know some people that are there, but that could be devastating to them as well. That's good. You know, if they can't get chickens in to produce to create an end product, then what's the point of them being there, right?
Yep.
So those people's going to be put out of work because there's no chickens to process, and then there we go again. It's just going to all snowball. Tree rats. Hell yeah, I like squirrels. I really don't want to eat one right now because there was a pet situation, you know what I'm saying? But
Yep. Yep. I hear you.
Which is weird because I've had pet deer and I'll go out and slaughter the shit out of them, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
No, each their own, man.
But, you know, the thing is some people live in areas where they can go out and apprehend meat sources. Some people don't. Some people don't. That's the people that I'm worried about.
Well, we can both agree that we're going to watch, basically, if this continues, and I don't see it going away because I think it's the perfect storm. It's been manipulated and created to happen. In my opinion, just so we're clear, my opinion. If you think about it, what the first people are going to do it, and I've said this before, all those people sitting out there with EBD cards and the riding around these Yukons and dressed better than we are, sitting in line buying all that shit in the grocery store you're waiting behind them, they're going to be the first ones to lose their shit. When they can't go and do all the shit they're doing and that EBT card doesn't get upgraded to keep up with the inflation, yeah, they're going to be the ones kicking in all the damn CVS's and fucking Targets and everything else. Mark my words, you're going to have riots starting.
Right. And, you know, we've talked about this, you know, several times too, you know, as far as, you know, cash in hand, cash at the bank, cyber attacks, all that good stuff, right? So who do you think is going to be the first people that are hit by cyber attacks? People that are on electronic dependence.
Bingo.
Okay. And if that happens, you're going to have mass hysteria. I mean, it's going to get completely out of control. And the thing is, what's going to happen is those people that, you know, get their ass up every day and go and work and shit, earn their stuff's going to be susceptible to turmoil. And I don't want to go that route, but I'm going to tell you right now, I work for what I have. Come and try it.
Mm-hmm. That
is not a threat. Okay. That's just me saying what's mine is mine and you can't fucking have it.
That's it. I'm there with you, brother. They come over my fence trying to come after any of my animals. Stacking my cordwood.
My property.
That's it. Because I'm here to tell you, if it gets that damn bad, law enforcement's going to be at their house with their families. There ain't going to be no damn law and order. It's going to be Western.
You know, and I heard somebody say something, you know, we've got a lot of military supported people here, and I support the military. And what I'm about to say is not a dig at the military, so y'all do not misinterpret this. If something happens where our country goes into a state of situation that it has to be protected, right? The Army's not coming to your house, or the military per se. They're not coming to personally protect you. Y'all are aware of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to protect? Infrastructure.
Yep.
They're not going to come hold your hand and make sure you get in the front of the line at the fucking McDonald's, okay? Nope. It's not going to happen. All right. So just to be clear on that, that's not what it's designed for. Let me see what we got. Yep. So I read a little bit on that today too, and y'all have to forgive me. I kind of hold to the farmer side of things because that's just what I grew up on. So anyway, fertilizer. Russia is one of the top providers of fertilizer. And I seen something today where I think it was like I don't even remember the amount, but it's went up like 50 times the amount. I think a bag of fertilizer that was like $43 is now $280 a bag. So let's think about it. That doesn't seem like a whole lot, right? But imagine somebody that's planting 3,000 acres and they're buying fertilizer by the 55-gallon drums, right?
Yeah.
So somebody that's having to buy, I don't know, 1,000 gallons, right? Last year they were paying, I don't know, $7,000-8,000 for a barrel, and now they're going to be paying $20,000 to $25,000 a barrel.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're familiar with any farmers or whatever. I know some of the farmers up north, where my family, well, we'll just leave it at that. What they'll do is they'll take out the loan for everything for the farm, what they're going to be doing for the season and what their crops and whatnot, and they'll get balloon payment at the end of the year from selling the crops to pay everything back.
Right.
Well, if you take all that money out, like you're saying, and have to use this huge ass expense to pay for fertilizer because we're now being butt buddies with damn Russia or whatever the hell we're doing. Come the end of the year, you're not going to be able to make back that money to pay the bank. What does that mean? It means you default on the damn loan. They take your damn land, take your farm, you're fucked. So.
Right. And see, anybody that's keeping up with the farm status, and you can't listen to AOC. Okay. This shit's got to get made before it gets to the store. Just so y'all know. All right. You can't go into a store and wave your app around on your phone and something magically appears. So, and this has already been happening to the farmers and I'm going to go ahead and say it. I mean, it was happening during Biden, Trump, Obama, Clinton, all the way back, right? So I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with what row cropping is. All right. So row cropping is the old process of planting is you plant something, right? Then you come back, you mow it down, and then you hair it up to remove the old crop. All right. Here's what row cropping is. Instead of hairing it up and getting rid of the old crop, they just plant on top of it.
Yep.
What does that do? That saves thousands of dollars in fuel. Doesn't seem like a lot, but like you just said, you got a balloon payment at the end of the year. And a lot of you don't realize is a bunch of your farmers, they're not commercialized farms, right? They're selling to the local intakes for grain and bean and stuff like that, cotton, whatever the case may be. So they're at the mercy of the market already. All right. And do they get a little inside trader? They kind of know if soybeans is going to be high this year or cotton next year, whatever the case may be. But it may not be to the amount that they need. So what they do, just like you said, they work off of a loan process. Okay. Pre-cropping season, they go in, right, and they work on what's called a single payment process. And now, does that cut down on interest? It does, right? So they get this money or this loan on the front end with the guarantee of no interest if they pay it back at a certain time. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they miss that payment, depending on how much they borrowed, of course, everybody knows that. Now we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're not talking going down and getting a personal loan for $2,000, right? So if they borrow $200,000 to make the process for their crops work this year, they miss that margin, right? Let's say they can only pay back 80% of what they borrowed. They're still going to get hit with that 100% balloon payment. They're going to get interest on all of it, regardless of what they pay back, unless they pay it all in full. So it's the little things like that we've got to keep an eye on, and they're not putting that on the media. Of course they're not, right? Because they don't want people to lose their shit and start getting worried. But they want to create certain fears, right? The fear that's trying to be created is that you can't tell the truth, right? Because if you tell the truth, you're going to be censored because they don't want you to tell somebody else the truth and then they tell somebody else the truth, because that doesn't work.
Nope.
Fear is a controlling factor. It always has been. So, that's the way it is. Let's see. Something else too. Farming, and we talked about this, I don't know, 9 or 10 lives ago. So we talked about other entities, right? Foreign countries buying up farmland. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
So here we go. These farmers borrow all this land. They borrow all this money on their land and stuff like that. They may make it through that year, right? Then fuel prices may come down, but they still owe what was due from last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it just keeps compiling. Then eventually it gets to a point, hey, I can't make this, right? I can't do it. Then that foreign company or foreign entity is going to come in and say, hey, you know what? So you don't lose everything and the bank takes it, I'll buy your loan out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even though your land and whatever you have may be worth 10 times what the loan amount is that you have on it, you can't afford to pay it. So you're going to lose it anyway, right?
Yep.
So you're thinking, well, if they're going to give me twice what my loan amount is, that means I'll get some money out of the situation. Rather than just lose it and have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll lose it and gain a little bit of stuff. That's how it works, right?
Dangling that carrot.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Well, on what you just said about how the foreign entities are coming in and buying all this,
Mm-hmm.
something I witnessed the other day, I don't know where I read it or whatever, but Russia, of all places, has a government entity that monitors foreign investment and prohibits investment in like infrastructure or farming or goods, whatever. They don't allow a foreign entity to come in and basically take over shit. It's prohibited. They allow so much, and that's it. You can't be like Bill Gates and buy up 10 gazillion acres of farmland wherever to start feeding everybody people pellets. No, not going to happen. And I just thought that was ironic. They have something that we actually fucking need. Unless there is already something in place that's supposed to do that, and they're asleep at the wheel like, border security. I got nothing.
No. We don't have it. If they claim that we have something in place like that, it's not being utilized.
Exactly.
Because y'all know, hell, it's been 6-7 months ago. We were talking about, and it was China, coming in buying these businesses in these towns, right? Offering people these crazy amounts of money, saying, "Hey, we'll buy this. You just pack your shit and leave." And people were doing it. So I mean, we don't have that in place. I don't want to. Well, I don't want to say absolutely we don't. If we do have that in place, I'm not knowledgeable on this situation. But if we do have that in place, it's not being utilized to its full potential. So, y'all got me fired up there, chat. So you can talk now, T. I've been rambling for 40 minutes.
No, brother, you're good. I'm usually running off the damn mouth. It's good for you to switch things up. I don't want to dominate everything.
Well, I did a lot of investigating and researching and talking to people, and I've been trying to institute that a lot more lately. And you'd be surprised the information you can get just from talking to people.
Sure, absolutely.
Even if they're the opposing opportunists, right? So even if they don't agree with you, you can still take the bullshit information that they're giving you and go and research what they say to say, well, maybe they're telling the truth on some of it, right? Like I said earlier, every lie started with a truth somewhere.
Oh, yeah, there's a basis somewhere for that lie in truth. That there had to be a beginning. You're absolutely right.
Right. So usually when a leftard tells me something, I go and research the exact opposite. And normally I find that there's more supportive information on what I was looking for, as to opposed to what they were talking about. But and the thing is, there's two different types of internet. There's the one that's lying, and then there's the one that's lying more, right? So it's kind of tough. If you do happen to find something, I've run across situations where I've found stuff, information highways, right? And then when I go back to research it, it's gone.
Yeah.
So
somebody's scrubbing the shit out of it, brother. It doesn't
yeah.
fit the narrative. Well, one cool thing that's come from all this, if you want to say it's kind of a silver lining, all the liberals, all the libtards and snowflakes and whatever the hell else you want to call them, the ones that still have some mental capacity of some sort, they're now feeling the same shit that we've been saying is happening. Now it's affecting them directly, and they can't ignore it. They can't stick their head in the sand and sip on their margarita and watch fucking CNN. It's affecting them. So now we have that common ground where I guess we can come across the aisle and kind of start communicating, because now we're on the same, there's something we've got in common that they can't weaponize one way or the other politically, because it's affecting everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. I mean, it's going to hit everybody's pocket no matter what their beliefs are.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's sad to say that it takes something this catastrophic to get people on the same page. But hey, if it has a benefit, we might as well use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been a trickster today and put gas price as the YouTube name of this channel and probably got, way more views. But, I mean, that's just the way it is. There's a common denominator. And if you don't think that the algorithms don't play off of top topics, it's crazy. Just like when we had the conservative talks with Antifa, just by putting Antifa in there, we got 3 times more views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, so there it is.
Yeah. That's it. It's what, if it's something that you just like you said, that algorithm.
Become Amish.
Damn, dude, I don't know if I can do that.
I got the beard part right.
I mean, I guess I could do a beard too, but damn. That's a lot of shit to give up.
Well, I could rename my son to Sam and my daughter to Sammy and my dog Sambo, and change my name to Samsonite, like the luggage. Some shit.
Yes, Reaper, Amish do have guns. Maybe not what we've got, but they do have guns.
Actually, I know Mennonites that have ARs.
Hey, I know a actual Mennonite colony up in Indiana. There's a gun store.
Hey,
run by Amish.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the Mennonites, they have a bake sale around here, man. That is my kryptonite. You hear me? Oh my goodness.
Man, they can throw down in the kitchen. It doesn't matter what the hell they're fixing. They'll make you fat in a heartbeat. Man,
that damn carrot cake is out of this world.
Man, everything they make's good. I used to get their kettle corn. Good stuff. Okay, now you got me hungry.
Yeah, rabbit hole. The freedom.
All right. I'll join that. That sounds good.
Can we put it under one group, one umbrella? That way I don't have to pay taxes. Can you help a brother out?
I think we can work that shit out.
Well, damn, I'm sitting here clicking around and kill my mic.
Oh. There you go. Well, I mean, did anybody, I brought this up to Vanguard earlier. We were talking about all the propaganda and shit as we see it, this, that, and other. Did anybody happen to see, I want to say it was Tucker Carlson. I want to say it was last night. And he was going through the different things and his views, of course, thing. and he showed a video of Miss Ukraine. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'll keep up with that bullshit. But basically, they were talking. They did a bunch of hashtags and all this promotion, and said she's out there, boots on the ground, basically with the people helping to defend their country from the evil Russian forces. And showed her sitting there in some kind of tactical pants and a sweater or some shit, a beanie or something. She had damn AR-15. She looked like, okay, well, she looks awfully clean to be wandering around in fucking rubble. But hey, what do I know? Turns out it was a fucking airsoft rifle, and it was all propaganda to get the Ukrainian people to get up and run out there and defend, using her as basically a faceplate to get them moving. So that just goes to show you the kind of shit that's in motion right now. And that's not me making it up. That's on. Go watch on YouTube, and he talks about some pretty good shit. So
yeah, it can't be misinformation, or they would have took it down.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, you don't see Fox News get much shit taken down.
No, just saying.
I mean, they're like CNN. They don't make mistakes.
This shit.
Reaper, I see you said you went through the State of the Union. I have yet to watch that shit because I have a real hard time watching him when I want to throw something on my damn TV. So hats off to you to be able to sit through that and burn that many brain cells in one sitting. My suggestion is a very tall glass of alcohol and just drift off in a nice numb sleep, and hopefully you'll forget about it.
Oh, y'all don't like my Pelosi?
I swear, man, it looks like she has a stroke or something.
I don't know, man. Fucking melted candle face.
Well, I don't know if she's worse or damn, what's her name? Mad Maxine? The one who looks like a damn lich? I mean, I could have sworn I saw her chasing damn Brendan Fraser in a movie.
Oh, shit.
That bitch is bad.
Oh, no, he didn't. I did not. I didn't see that either. You're going to make me get out my damn Google machine here and get kicked off of damn YouTube again. Let me see. If y'all can't tell it, I got a little bit of animosity towards YouTube at the moment. It'll be okay.
I like it, Demon. That's actually pretty damn good. Live action Skeletor. Wouldn't it be Skeletess? Since it's supposed to be a female? Okay.
Duck goo.
Oh, wow.
Well, I did find it. Oh, goodness.
Newsmax and Fox jumped on board.
Wow. Yeah, I better not bring that up here. That'll probably get me in some shit right there. But, going back to our candle melted face people and shit. I'm sitting here thinking with all the money that they're raking in at the moment and shit like that, they ought to be able to afford some damn lip injections and shit. Maybe a little nip and tuck.
Man, I'm telling you, there's a voodoo priestess somewhere getting in the high cotton for keeping some of these fucking people alive. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey.
I'm telling you, there is somebody's ass either in Haiti or in fucking New Orleans making bank off all these damn crooked ass, sycophant, sick, bottom feeding pieces of shit there in the Democratic Party.
I believe you.
They got to be fucking sacrificing goats, burning bat wings, and all kinds of shit all the time to keep them fuckers alive.
Well, I can tell you one thing: they ain't sacrificing chickens.
Oh, hell no, they can't afford them. And they ate all of them.
Just so y'all know, I got a couple chickens. Y'all can get them for $180 a piece. All right, just throwing that out there.
Hey, you know what? We can corner the market on damn eggs too, brother.
Hey,
You gotta have eggs to make chickens.
y'all laughing, but in 2 months, when you want a damn chicken leg, you're gonna be calling old Vanguard. Hey man, let me get a leg. Let me. Shh.
Reaper's got a good point. All the mainstream media is, just.
Yeah, Reaper's exactly right. So,
Yeah.
what I can suggest to y'all, if you want to get some broken down news and shit, people just gonna call it like it is. Come to the Evolution Vanguard channel, because we're gonna call it like it is, just as simple as it is. Because usually, if you just blurt out whatever you're thinking, usually the truth's in there. You ain't got time to finagle it at all and shit. Move it around. So yeah. Goat market's really up. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had goat.
Well, I have.
What does it taste like?
Well, it depends on how you cook it. I prefer a curry, to be honest with you. And it's just like any other type of meat. If it's bad meat, you put enough seasoning and gravy in there, anything tastes great, right? But it's good. It's good. I like a good barbecue one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say barbecue probably be pretty decent.
Yeah.
I guess my thing is I think of them as a furry catfish. They eat all the junk.
Well, almost.
I mean,
That's crazy. A lot of things are going to go up. Before you know it, people's going to be down in Florida and shit hunting iguanas. I mean, you just don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Everything's going to go up. I mean, you go in the grocery store now, everything's high as hell.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, Demon. It does depend on the goat. If you're looking for a stout meat, you want to look for boar goat. Okay, but that's the most expensive one right now. So boar goat is a big body goat. Then you've got what is the other one? Nubian's a good one. But there's a lot of them out there.
Okay. Did you see we had a troll of some kind?
Yeah, views of you.
Yep.
Y'all don't click these links. I'm gonna put their link up there. Do not research that. Do not click it. Okay. At all. There's 2 of them in here, but views of you.
Yeah.
As long as they're not talking shit to any of y'all, they can stay.
A funny thing today, I got a call from Romania. Of course, I didn't answer it, but you need to watch it because I'm quite sure that it's some kind of scam. But if you're not paying attention to your phone when it rings, it looks just like our number, but there's a gap after those first 2 numbers because it's probably the country code.
Right.
And I just happened to look down. I said, Romania, who the fuck? And I said, well, I sure as hell ain't answering that. So I just go on to whatever. But be careful about if you're one of those people who just cannot stand to let a phone go, ring and ring and ring. Make sure you pay attention to where it's coming from.
There's a magic button on the side of that phone. If you'll click it twice, it'll ignore it.
Yeah.
Or you can go in your phones, Android or Apple, and you can set them up where you flip them over. It cuts them off. It ignores stuff. So.
Okay.
Cool stuff. Check. YouTube side check. Okay. Okay, yeah, cool. I can talk about that. So, just a little information, y'all, and I won't play the video, but I just got sent a link, and the caption says majority of Americans would stay and fight if Russia invaded U.S. poll. So I'll take a poll right here in the chat. Put a 1 if you staying, a 2 if you leaving. I'll lead it off. So we're talking about if we get invaded by Russia, right? I'm gonna say anybody.
Yeah, I'm not denominational. I don't give a fuck where they're from. I'm not leaving.
So while y'all are putting that in there, they surveyed 1,374 adults across the country. Out of this 1,374 participants, 55% said they would stay and fight, while 38% said they would flee the country. So if y'all can't break that down, we got 330 million people, right? Roughly. So 330 million people. Hold on, I'm gonna get this laid out for y'all. That would be 181.5 million that would stay and fight. Okay. That means 148 million would flee. How's that make y'all feel?
It just shows how fucked up our society is. You think that shit would have been, you think this would give you an example. If you went back in time and asked, let's say 1941, December 8th, okay? If you polled 1 million Americans that day and told them, would you flee if Japan invaded? What the fuck do you think they would say?
Not no, but hell no.
Exactly. They'd say, like hell. So that just shows you the shift in our society and our generational differences from then to now.
Well, that also tells me that 148 million people that are in the United States. Now, y'all got to keep in mind they only surveyed 1,300 people, but that's telling me that 148 million people absolutely do not care for our country at all. Anybody want to take a guess which side of the fence they're on?
Oh, I can already tell you they eat Hot Pockets and vote Democrat when they're awake. Am I right?
Hey, Dave, that ain't waterboarding if you don't use water.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of shit you can use. I mean, we can get as nasty as you want.
Well, the thing is, where are they going to flee to? Mexico? Yeah, go hang out with the
No, they're not going to go to Mexico. You already know where they're going. They're going to Canada.
Oh,
the Great White North, brother. They're going to go fuck up all that.
They want to be a Trudeauian, huh?
Yeah, they want to go up there and hang out with all the Canucks. They figure it was good enough for Bill. It'd be good enough for them. And when the Vietnam came.
Hey, you're right, Demon. It's only a war crime if they catch you the second time.
They're going to have bigger fish to fucking fry. If them motherfuckers come here into this country and they run into all the gangsters and thugs and rednecks and vets, they will bleed for every square fucking inch they try to take. And it won't be a scratch. It'll be a mortal fucking wound.
Well, also judging by those numbers, it tells you who's 2A supporters.
Yeah. But you think the fucking federal government gives a shit? That's why they're trying to rewrite all the damn laws. you know.
Well, here's the thing, and like I said, a lot of propaganda going on with Ukraine and stuff like that. But they are proving, if let's say 50% of it's true, right? So they are proving that the 2A works, right? Put all these weapons in the hands of the civilians, it's working. So what other evidence would you need to go against it? Nothing, right? There's no supporting evidence at all.
No.
Yeah, you're there.
He's right. But you're right. Again, this is going to talk about my damn age again. I know all you people going to jump on that fucking bandwagon. Back in the 80s, there was a movie or a mini series called America, and I think the C was with a K, and I forget what network it was on or whatever, but it basically took place somewhere in the near future, and basically through propaganda and this undermining bullshit that we're living right now, Russia kind of came under the radar and kind of started infiltrating our government, like not in the government, but kind of pulling the strings. And we basically turned into a communist country. And, it looked like it does now, but you didn't have the freedoms. You didn't have any of the other things. There was no way to change things back. At the end, there was a brief coup to try and change things, and it fell through with remnants of the military. It's just that movie is exactly where we are now, or going to be if we don't fucking man up. I mean, Yeah, I know, Ranger. I used to have a musket. You're right. I also sailed on the Jolly Roger. I was there.
Actually, that series was in '87. So
Okay, well,
all y'all that's talking shit to tell you were alive.
they just don't remember it. They're watching Care Bears or some shit.
Fucking Barney.
So, well, but just something to, go back. I'm not telling everybody to go back and watch it, but it's something to kind of go back and get reference from. And just, of course, it's dated. Anything older is always dated. It's not up to date, but it'll give you some things to think about. And if you want to see another TV series you could watch to kind of get some ideas if we were to be attacked or an EMP implemented or whatever, go back and try to find, what was the name of it? Spread South and Nuke, and they were in Kansas. Oh, hang on. I'm going to get you the name of it. All right. I'm going to look it up. Just bear with me.
Damn, they are on your ass about this, T.
That's all right. I'm good with that. I'm used to it. It just means that somebody likes me.
Oh, shit.
That's okay. Let him keep on. That's all right. Because, see, Jay, his ass is in my rearview mirror. I can see him. So he can talk all that shit he wants, but it isn't going to matter because he ain't that far behind me. So I'm not really concerned.
So are you saying he's on the mail list for AARP card?
If he isn't, he'll be receiving it really damn soon. I'll just put it to you that way. So, he can talk all that shit he wants. That's okay. I mean, I'm cool with that. But just understand, he's not that fucking far behind. So, but, that's all right. See, I can't call you a bitch.
Oh, shit.
That's all right. Go ahead and get all that shit out of the system. We're good. I'm still trying to find that damn show. Jericho. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Yeah, check out Jericho. If you get a chance and you just want to kill a bit of time. Again, it's a little dated. It was back in the early 2000s, but it kind of shows you how it could be, especially if it's something that is done from within. It'll give you something to think about.
Didn't they remake Jericho, I think?
I think I'd heard something about maybe they were going to. I don't know anything further than that. It seems like I do remember hearing something, but Jericho was good. I think the reason it got canceled is because it hit too close to home. And I think, anytime you've got something that might have some validity and open people's eyes, that shit never sticks around. So something to think about. I'm just throwing out some options there for people to read or watch or whatever and get an idea. So
yeah, so Jericho was a 2006 series.
Yeah,
they're talking about doing one called Jericho Reunion 2023. So
okay,
we'll see.
All right. It was good.
All right, hell yeah. Anywho, we've been running about an hour and 11 minutes. You got anything you want to close with tonight, buddy?
Just gonna say, I know I'm old and everything, so I'll make it quick. Stay safe. Pay attention to what's going on in the world. Don't accept anything you see on TV. Do your own research. I've found that when I'm trying to find out some facts about what's going on over there, I actually would go to the BBC or I'll go to the Guardian, I think. I go overseas. I won't even look at our shit because I don't trust any of it. I'm not saying their stuff's perfect, but at least from their perspective, they don't have all this other bullshit in the background. So just be safe, stay strapped and stay dangerous. That's all I got.
Oh, yeah. So first off, I got all ones in the chat for who would stay and fight. And I believe that 100%. Because usually people that are on here watching this, they have the same beliefs, and that's standing up for America. A lot of people have fought and died for this country, for the betterment of this country. They went in and fought wars blindly. And I will tip my hat to you always, okay, to the military. So thank all of y'all that have done that. Absolutely. You always have a place in my heart. So with all that being said, though, y'all stay vigilant, pay attention. If you see something on the news, you need to take it with a grain of salt. A lot of it's just propaganda wars. One side saying something, the other side saying something completely different. But y'all definitely pay attention. A lot of, I don't want to call it out and say it like it is, but every news channel has a rating that they have to chase. So they're just going to go with whatever fits the situation at the moment. Go against the grain. I've told y'all a lot of times, many times, do what you want to do. Okay. Don't let anybody dictate how you're going to live or how you plan to raise your children or how you plan to live your life at all. So just don't let them get in there and get up under your skin. Just stay true to yourself. Other than that, once again, y'all get on Evolution Vanguard 1776.com. Hit that like button, hit the bell. Like I said, every time the bell rings, a liberal tear hits the ground. All right. My email is attached to the video. If y'all want to get in contact with us, by all means do that. And the Cash App's there if you want to. If not, don't worry about it. I mean, I could use a tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I'm kidding. But anyway, y'all take care. Thank y'all for coming by. Be safe out there. Love y'all.
Night, everybody. Be safe.